بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم، والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا محمد النبي الأمي وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم أجمعين. أما بعد، inshallah, through this video, inshallah, we're talking about my planning in the future, inshallah, and what I want to do in the future, and especially my goals in the future and in my life. First of all, one of the most important goals in our life for any Muslim, which is go to the heaven or enter the heaven. Every Muslim will die, and everyone will die, and some will go to the heaven and some will go to the hell. Our goal for us as Muslims, that we have to pray every day 5 prayers, which is Subuh, Zuhr, Asr, Maghrib, and Isha. I really see out of people focusing in, and especially in Muslim community. I saw him. He are really focusing on in his calling and planning for tomorrow and for the future. And I will do that. I will learn that, and I will do that and that. All these things will, or what I want to say, that your goal should the first goal should have to pray every day for Allah, because what if you, as I said before, that a lot of Muslims are focusing in his planning and his goals in the future. These things, it's really good things, but these things what will make for you after you will die. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said that يتبع الميت 3: أهله وماله وعمله. That the Prophet ﷺ said is the person who dead while following him 3 things. The first thing is ahlu, is his family. The second thing is his money, and the third thing that his working or what he did in his life. فيرجع 2 ويبقى 1. So 2 things will back, and 1 thing that will be that will still with him in the qabr, which is عمله, his working. So his money, all his money that he had earned in his life will back. His family also will back, and the only 1 thing that will be still with him is عمله. And as we know, that the first thing that the Muslim asking in the qabr or in the tomb, which is من ربك, ما هو دينك, من النبي الذي بعث فيكم. The first thing the angels will ask you after you will die, من ربك, who's your God, and ما هو دينك, what is your religion, and من النبي الذي بعث فيكم, what's the prophet who sent you. And as we know that my God is Allah, and my religion is Islam, and my prophet is Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So in your cup will be with you one thing: what you did in your life. If that's a good thing, that you will go to the heaven. Is that a bad thing, you will go to the hell. So that up to you working in your life. So all that I said, that because that we have to focus in this goal specifically, because that's the most important goal for us as Muslims. And the second, for me, the second goal that I want to be more focusing in studying my studies and become a good teacher. For example, now I'm study English language, and I'm study Sharia, the law, the Sharia, and fiqh and seerah, the biography of the companions, and a lot of things. Some of them for my the side of the region, and something that for my productivity, or to be able to living in this life. You have to work, you have to search about work, you have to learn, you have to study to in the future to get work. And by the way, that worship, if anyone study or learn for his living, that he hopes in the future he will get a job, that's a worship that you got and hasanat for that. But what I wanted to say that we have to focusing on the side of the region and the side of worship for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because that's the most important goal for us. And after that, anything that you want to do, just do that, just do that. If you that will be a good thing for you. And some people, they got hasanat for his working because the niyyah. I really don't know what the niyyah mean in English language, but niyyah that he doing this thing for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And there is, for example, there is two person. The first one who searching about, he learn and study to get a living, and it's the same thing for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the second person who work it and search about his job, but for living, he didn't making a niyat for that thing. So the first one, he will got hasanat, good, he will got good deeds, and the second will not. So all of us, we have to be the first person who will got good deeds, that he's working for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's the first thing that I was want to mention about. So let's talking about my personal goals that I want to the first goal. I want to memorizing the Quran, and I want to learn the Sharia and fiqh and hadith and all of that. And I want to learn the programming language. And I see that the programming language is a tool which is one of the most important tools exist now in our life. Let me explain to you what is the programming language is. The programming language, for example, if I talking to you and you talking to me. I understand you, and you absolutely understand me. Because what? Because I understand your religion, your language, and you understand my language. So we can communicate. The same thing with computer. When you want to communicate with computer or want to say something to computer, there are a specific language for that, which is called programming language. So you learn to program a language. You learn a language to able to connect with the computer. For example, the games, which is we are in our phone. In this phone, all of applications that we are using today is made by the programming language. The third goal that I want to search or to learn about the comparative region, as Sheikh Ahmed Zeyad did, and Sheikh Zakir Naik, and others. There are a lot of scholars in Muslim community which is doing that, like Muhammad Hijab in London. He's specialized in this comparative region. Comparative vision that we see comparing about the region in this world between the Muslim Islam and between the Christian, between the Hindu and and between the Jewish, the Yahud, that you are clarify or making an searching about the what exists in this region is right or not right, and what is from all this region, what is the right region. That's called comparative region. And the last thing that I want really to talk about, that which is reading. Reading is a powerful habit. Everyone have to read every day, but reading, the habit of reading, it's like a muscle. You can go to the gym to the gym and take a heavy or take this thing that we are doing in the gym. For example, it's 50 kilogram, and you start to trying to start training. Absolutely, you will get tired after that. You have to get that step by step. For example, the first time it got 2 kilograms. The third time you get 4 kilograms, until you can get the 15 kilograms that you wanted at the first time. That's the same with reading. There is a box. For example, there are books that I can read, and I don't feel that I get tired or I don't want to read, because the level of these books, that's independent of the level of these books. What you are reading about, you are reading in history, or reading in chemistry. If you are reading chemistry, you absolutely will not understand. You have to learn that first, and maybe one page from reading the chemistry, it's equal to 20 pages from reading in the history, because reading in the history is something that you want to know only you want to know, you don't have to explain something or a teacher explain to you. Know that for the other side, the chemistry, for only one page that you have to study at least 1 hour to understand what including this page. So you have reading habit. You have to take step by step, and I really recommend for anyone who want to start reading, really reading in Sirah, the biography of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and how was his life, and how was the life of the companions, and how was the 4 years of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and all these things. And at the end, I'm also sorry if there are any mistakes in my language. I know that I'm still not can speak fluently in English, but I hope that you get a point from this video, inshallah. And finally, جزاكم الله خيرا for watching. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.